You're not being ignored. You're broadcasting the wrong energy. Read that again. If you've been rocking with me through the Avoidant X series, you already know I don't do sugarcoating. You watched those videos, you felt the truth land, you saw what silence does to people who run from closeness, and a lot of you wrote me saying the series flipped the script on your life. Good, because today we're not playing small anymore. We're taking everything you learned and we're forging it into something unbreakable. Welcome to a new chapter, Magnetic Energy, the Self-Worth Era. Here's the hard punch up front. People aren't choosing them over you. People are choosing energy. They're choosing certainty over chaos, gravity over grasping, center over scramble. And if you're honest, most of your life you were taught to chase, to prove, to audition, to sell yourself like a product. That stops here. Right now, in this video. The one energy shift that makes people chase you isn't a trick, a line, or a tactic. It's a decision that shows up in your posture, your silence, your standards, your time, your eyes. I know what I'm worth, and I move accordingly. It's the difference between walking into a room asking, "Will they like me?" and walking in already knowing, "I like me." And my presence is a win for anyone aligned enough to keep it. Before we go further, thank you. Seriously, thank you for grinding through the Avoidant X content, for facing your patterns, for choosing to grow when it would have been easier to fold. I know you enjoyed those videos because they gave you language for what you felt, but couldn't explain. But this series is where we weaponize your awareness. This is where you stop studying the storm and become the mountain. So here's the commitment. Invest this time in you. Not your ex, not the next match, not the imaginary audience in your head. You, no skipping, no scrolling, no, I'll finish it later. Lock in, just you and this video. Give me your full attention, and I'll give you the switch that flips your life's polarity. In the old season, you reacted to them. In this season, they react to you. Let's get precise. Most people think attraction is about looks, status, money, or lines. Sometimes those help, sure, but what actually magnetizes people is congruence, your internal state matching your external behavior. When your actions betray thirst, but your words perform confidence. They feel the leak. When you say you're over it, but your eyes beg for reassurance, they feel the leak. Humans are brutally good at reading microsignals, call it biology, psychology, whatever. People sense the current beneath the words. Magnetic energy is the current they feel and trust, even when you're silent. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Translation for the modern era. The moment you stop chasing control over them and reclaim authority over you, your value spikes. Ironically, that's when they start studying you. That's when they lean in, not because you're playing games, but because you're finally playing you. Some of you are still tired. You've been overgiving, under-receiving, and calling it loyalty. You've been bargaining with your own worth. You've been trying to convince people to see you. That is the old operating system. Epictetus drops the hammer. No man is free who is not master of himself. Mastery starts with energy stewardship. What you give your attention to, what you tolerate, what you respond to, what you let slide, and what you never explain twice. Psychology 101. Attention follows value. When you signal that your attention is expensive, scarce, and purpose-driven, people treat it like a luxury item. When you signal that your attention is desperate, constant, and reactive, people treat it like a clearance rack. Same person, different pricing, different treatment. And no, that's not cynical. It's how human brains allocate focus. We respect what we believe we could lose. Here's where the shift lives. Old energy. Choose me, I can be anything you want. Magnetic energy. This is who I am. If it aligns, let's build. If not, blessings. Old energy fills silence with explanations. Magnetic energy lets silence speak, and it says, my life is full. I'm not auditioning. Old energy chases reassurance. Magnetic energy radiates clarity. Old energy waits by the phone. Magnetic energy keeps promises to self. And because some of you love a checklist, here's what happens when you turn the switch. Your boundaries stop sounding like threats and start reading like policies. Calm, firm, non-negotiable. Your time becomes a filter, not a gift basket. You plan your life and invite people into it. You don't abandon your life hoping they'll stay. Your words compress. Fewer sentences, more certainty. You no longer narrate your worth. You demonstrate it. Your presence changes rooms. Not loud or flashy. Steady. People mirror your cadence because certainty sets the tempo. They'll feel it. The friend who took you for granted. The situationship that kept you almost. The co-worker who only respected urgency. The avoidant who mistook your softness for weakness. They'll feel the reframe. When your energy stops begging and starts belonging, something primal shifts in how they experience you. Curiosity replaces comfort. They lean forward. They chase understanding, contact, proximity. That's the gravitational pull of a person who isn't selling themselves anymore. And I get it. Some of you are thinking, this sounds great, but how? That's exactly why you're here. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple, practical blueprint for flipping your energetic signature, one decision, one habit, one boundary at a time. So your presence does the heavy lifting. No games, no manipulation, just alignment so clean it becomes irresistible. Quick house rules for this series. Commit fully. Watch to the end. The people who finish are the people who change. Don't multitask. If you can't give yourself 10-15 minutes of focused attention, that's the first boundary we're building. Engage with intention. This isn't background noise. It's a mirror. Take the reflection seriously. And because this is a community, not a lecture, drop a comment right now with this mantra, I'm not alone, I'm becoming. Type it to declare your new baseline. You're done begging for belonging. You're building it. And a heads up for the diehards. Later in this series, at key point 4, I'll give you a secret mantra. First person to comment it when we get there gets the pin. Stay locked in. Now, if you're new here, hit subscribe and tap the bell. If you've been here since the Avoidant X days, you already know I don't waste your time. I deliver frameworks that change how you move. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming, because this magnetic energy series is a step-by-step system to become the calm center others orbit, not the satellite spinning out for attention. Let me be crystal clear about the promise I'm making. If you watch to the end and actually apply what I'm about to teach, people will experience you differently. They'll listen longer, they'll reply faster, they'll wonder more. Not because you're performing, but because your self-respect will set off a chain reaction in every room you enter. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." Brave enough to be selective, brave enough to hold the line, brave enough to risk being misunderstood instead of watering yourself down. Freedom is attractive. Peace is persuasive. Clarity is sexy. And when your nervous system stops chasing chaos, your life stops entertaining it. So breathe. Shoulders down, jaw unclenched. You're stepping out of the audition. The role you're playing from now on is the lead in your life, in your decisions, in your standards. They can join the story or watch it unfold. That choice is theirs. Your energy will make it obvious why choosing you is the smart move. This is the self-worth era, the magnetic era, the end of proving, the beginning of belonging. If you're ready, say the mantra in the comments. I'm not alone. I'm becoming. Smash subscribe, turn on notifications, and lock your focus here. Give me the next few minutes with zero distractions, no scrolling, no toggling. Give yourself this time once and for all. Because the one energy shift that makes people chase you. We start it. Right now. Stay focused. Key point 1. Expensive attention, obvious standards. You want the one energy shift. Start here. Make your attention expensive and your standards obvious. Most people leak value because they're constantly available, texting back at light speed, explaining themselves twice, negotiating their boundaries, rushing to fill silence. That energy reads as, please pick me. Magnetic energy reads as, I'm already picked by me. The former chases, the latter attracts. You know this in your gut. When someone's time is scarce and purposeful, you lean in. When someone's time is loose and needy, you lean out. Psychology calls it perceived value and scarcity. Stoicism calls it self-mastery. Epictetus warned that we guard our bodies but hand our minds to strangers. Translate that, stop giving your focus to anyone who shows up with a notification. Your attention is a luxury item. Price it like one. Here's how you execute zero fluff. First, kill the leaks. Turn off non-essential notifications. Your phone shouldn't be a public access line to your nervous system. Set 2 windows per day for messages, 15 to 30 minutes each, and that's it. If it's not business or family urgency, it waits. This isn't being hard to get, it's being hard to distract. People feel the difference. Reactive equals common, composed equals rare. Second, adopt the calendar first rule. Decide your gym, work, study, and rest blocks before you consider anyone else's request. Want to meet up? Great. Offer 2 specific times that don't violate your priorities. I'm free through 6 to 8 or Sat 11 till 1. If that aligns, lock it in. If they waffle, you don't chase. You close. No stress. Let's revisit next week. That line communicates, I'm building a life, not begging for a slot. Watch how quickly the flaky get decisive when you stop auditioning. Third, compress your words. Magnetic energy is low explaining, high clarity. You don't justify your boundaries, you state them. You don't overshare to win sympathy. You understate and move. If someone tests you, shows up late, slow drips replies, baits you with jealousy, you don't write a paragraph. You deliver policy. I don't do late arrivals. Let's reschedule. Period. The room feels the frame. Clarity is sexy because it signals you can lead yourself. Fourth, implement silence as standard. You're used to filling gaps to relieve your anxiety. Stop. Say the thing once and let it land. In conversation, answer and pause. In negotiation, offer and hold. In dating, express interest, then resume your day. Your steadiness tells their nervous system you're not trying to manage their perception, you're living your truth. That's gravity. People chase gravity. Fifth, practice the 24-2-1 discipline. 24 hours before responding to any message that arrives hostile, manipulative, or mixed. You cool off. You reply from standards, not spikes. 2 invitations max to plan something. If they don't match your effort, you stop inviting. No campaign, no third try. 1 reschedule per person. You're not a backup plan. They either prioritize or they don't. If they don't, you won't. 6th, keep the promise to self over the promise to impress. You said you'd train today? Train. You said you'd sleep by 11? Sleep. You said you'd film, journal, practice. Do it. Each kept promise thickens your aura. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, Your life is what your thoughts make of it, but it's your actions that make your thoughts believable. Self-trust radiates. People feel it before they understand it, and they respect what you refuse to abandon. Seventh, set a response ethic that matches reality, not fantasy. High-effort messages get timely replies. Low-effort bait gets no reward. Weed. At midnight isn't a crisis, it's a test. Your standard: I don't do last minute. Give me a day's notice and we'll see. If they push, you don't explain. You repeat once, then disengage. They'll either rise or recycle. Either outcome serves you. Eighth, own your pace. Slow your breathing, slow your speech, slow your scroll. Magnetic people set tempo. They're not in a hurry to be liked. They're busy being. At dinner, phone down. On a call, fully present. In a room, shoulders low, chin neutral, eyes steady. Your body broadcasts, I choose. That signal does more than any line you could memorize. Ninth, stop rescuing. When someone creates chaos, let the natural consequence teach them. You're not their therapist, their bank, or their plan B. Seneca reminds us, what's rushed is rarely good. You don't rush to fix what you didn't break. You offer standards and opportunities, not ambulances. Adults either meet you at your level or they don't. Rescue energy reads as parental. Magnetic energy reads as peer-to-peer. 10th, redirect craving into craft. The urge to double text? Do 20 push-ups, read 2 pages, or draft a paragraph of your project. Want to stalk their socials? Instead, time block 10 minutes to map the next week. Compulsion becomes creation. Every transmuted urge is a brick in your foundation, and foundations attract builders, not tourists. Let me give you scripts you can use today. When they ask for spontaneous hangs, you don't do, I plan ahead. Thursday, 6-8 works. If not, we'll pass. When they test boundaries with late replies after heavy flirting, I'm not on the app much. If you want to set something up, pick one of these 2 windows. When they try to pull you into drama, I don't do back and forth. If you want to resolve, we can talk tomorrow at 6. When they cancel twice, let's leave it here. Wishing you the best. Notice the tone. Clean, warm, final. No edge, no resentment, just policy. Policy is attractive because it proves you belong to something higher than a mood, your principles. Now, a 7-day expensive attention challenge to hardwire this. Day 1. Disable all non-essential notifications. 2 message windows only. Journal how often your hand twitches toward the phone. Day 2. Calendar first. Schedule your week. Protect gym, sleep, work blocks with alarms. Day 3. Compress. No paragraphs to fix vibes. 1 statement, 1 ask. Day 4. Silence. Make peace with pauses. When tempted to fill space, breathe for 4 counts, exhale for 6. Day 5. 24-2-1. Apply it. Feel the power of non-reaction. Day 6. Craft over craving. Channel every urge into a micro-win. Push-ups, pages, planning. Day 7. Audit. Who reciprocated when you stopped chasing? Who vanished? Thank both. One taught you standards, the other taught you peace. Understand, this isn't about playing games. Games require pretending. Standards require remembering. Remember who you are and move like it. People will adjust, some toward you, some away from you. Either direction is data. Your job isn't to convert them, it's to conserve you. Stay locked in. Key point 2 builds on this by shifting how you speak so your frame leads every interaction. And keep your focus. Key point 4 drops the secret mantra. First person to comment it gets the pin. Keep going. This is where you stop chasing and start choosing. Key point 2, frame-led communication. Say less, mean more. If key point 1 made your attention expensive, this one makes your words priceless. You stop persuading, you start framing. Most people talk to be liked. Magnetic people speak to set reality. Your language becomes policy, not performance. Here's the shift. You remove neediness from your speech. No over-explaining, no nervous laughter, no just checking in, hope that's okay, or sorry for the long text. You speak in frames, short, steady, final. People don't follow the best argument. They follow the clearest frame. Quick science. Research on thin-sliced judgments shows people form strong impressions in seconds. Tone, pacing, and confidence carry more weight than your paragraphs. Stoicism already knew this. Marcus Aurelius. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Translation. Speak only what aligns with your standards, then stop talking. The three-part frame. Position. 1. Sentence that names your reality. Offer. The path that fits your reality. Exit. A clean close that respects both sides. Examples. Copy these. Dating. Late replies, plus flaky energy. Position. I plan ahead. Offer. Thursday 6 to 8 or Saturday 11 to 1 work. Exit. If neither, let's skip this week. Work. Scope creep. Position. My bandwidth is full with A and B. Offer. I can start C on Monday. Exit. If it's urgent, we'll drop B. Your call. Friends. Last-minute chaos. Position. I don't do same-day plans. Offer. Pick Friday or Sunday. Exit. If not, we'll catch the next one. X. Situationship. Emotional yo-yo. Position. I don't do on-off dynamics. Offer. If we're building, we build. Exit. Otherwise, I'm out. Wishing you peace. Notice what's missing? Justifications. No because. No biography. Boundaries explained become boundaries negotiated, rules that hard-lock your frame. The period rule? End decisive sentences with a period, not a paragraph. That doesn't work for me. Full stop. One ask policy. Ask once, clearly. If they dodge, the invitation expires. Chasing breaks the frame. 2-option close. Offer 2 aligned options. Choice without chaos. No maybe muscle. Replace maybe, kinda, I guess with I'm in or I'll pass. Certainty reads as value. Future pace or fold. If they can't meet now, propose a clear future window or release it. No holding patterns. Voice pills. Body sync, because your mouth can't outrun your nervous system. Breathe low and slow. Pauses make your words heavier. Drop filler, like, you know. Shoulders down, chin neutral. Eye contact steady. Your body says, I choose before your mouth does. Speak 10-15% slower than your impulse. Fast equals selling. Measured equals leading. Anti-leak phrases to delete from your vocabulary. Just checking in. Following up once. Sorry for the delay when you're not at fault. Thanks for your patience. If that's okay. That works for me. No worries if not. Needy soften. If not, all good, another time. When they test your frame. The bait. Why are you being weird? Just come tonight. Your frame. I plan ahead. Tonight doesn't work. Repeat once. If they push, you exit. The delay. Oops, fell asleep again. Rain check. 3rd time. Your frame. I don't reschedule a 3rd time. Be well. The drama. So you think you're too good now? Your frame. I don't do insults. If you want to talk respectfully, I'm open tomorrow at 6. The probe. What are you doing later? Midnight. Low effort. Your frame. Off-grid tonight. Plan ahead if you want to link. Template bank, steal and paste. Boundary. I don't. X. I don't argue over text. Standard. I require. X. I require 24 hours notice. Offer. These times work. Exit. Otherwise, let's pass. Repair. That didn't work for me. If we try again, here's how it looks. The 4 levels of no. Soft. No. I'll pass. Policy. No. I don't do X. Consequence: no. If X continues, I'll leave. Exit: no. I'm out, wishing you the best. Choose the lowest level that holds. Escalate only if needed. Calm beats clever. A 5-minute daily drill to wire this in. Minute 1. Breathe. 4 in, 6 out. Slow your cadence. Minute 2. Script one boundary you'll likely need today. Use the template. Minute 3. Read it aloud, then cut 30% of the words. Cleaner, tighter. Minute 4. Visualize delivering it once, then going silent. Minute 5. Send one decisive message you've been avoiding. If you slip and over-explain, recover like this. Let me simplify. Final sentence. Then stop. Leaders edit in real time. Seneca reminder. A man who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary. Anticipatory explaining is suffering. Say what's necessary. No more, no less. Your peace becomes persuasive. Your clarity becomes contagious. Your frame becomes the gravity people chase. Stay locked in. Key point 3 turns your daily habits into visible status signals without flexing. And remember, key point 4 drops the secret mantra. First comment with it gets pinned. Keep your focus. This is the self-worth era. Key point 3, status without flex. Let your routine do the talking. You don't need louder posts. You need louder proof. Magnetic people don't announce their value. Their habits broadcast it in 4K. The room reads it before you say a word. No flex, no brag, no highlight reel. Just a life with visible edges. Clean, consistent, composed. That's the attraction cheat code most never build. Here's the frame. Make your daily routine your marketing. Signals, speeches, presence, posts, proof of work, promises. 6 silent signals that pull people in without trying. Time, integrity. Early is your baseline. You arrive calm. You leave on time. You don't ask others to absorb your chaos. Your calendar is a filter, not a prison. You protect sleep, training, deep work, and recovery. Punctuality reads as power because it says you run your day instead of your day running you. Body and breath. Neutral face, relaxed shoulders, slow exhale. You don't fidget with your phone or your cup. You listen fully, then answer. Strength training shows in posture, not selfies. Rest shows in your eyes, not captions. Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. B1. The body is the sentence. Your words are the punctuation. Environment speaks clean shoes, tidy car, minimal wallet, desk with only what you need. People infer discipline from your surroundings. Order equals energy. Chaos leaks status. Digital discipline phone face down. DND on by default. 2 message windows per day. You set them, not dopamine. You post value, not vents. Your online presence looks like your offline reality. Consistent, focused, not thirsty. Offer over. Ask. You bring solutions, not problems. At work. I mapped 2 options, pros, cons. Pick one. In life, you initiate plans with times and places. You connect people who should meet. You're a hub, not a siphon. Money moves. Quiet. You invest before you indulge. No look-at-me purchases to fill a hole. You pick quality once over quantity thrice. You tip well, pay on time, and never flash. Stability is the flex. Now make it operational. No fluff, just levers. The 3 non-negotiables daily. Sleep window, same 8-hour block, plus 30 minutes. Non-negotiable, strength or skill. Hour, 45-60 minutes of progressive overload or craft. Track reps, weight or output. Deep work block. 1 protected 60-90 minutes with the phone in another room. 1 deliverable shipped per day. Email, page, edit, scene, pitch. The 2-list system, weekly audit. Amplify list, keep doing, do more. Behaviors that compound. Training, learning, delivering, connecting others. Kill list, stop this week. Low status leaks. Late nights that ruin mornings, reactive texting, doom scroll, gossip, maybe language. Microscripts that signal status without saying, I'm important. Invite Thursday 6 to 8 at or Saturday 11 to 1. Lock one in. Decline. I'll pass. 6 a.m. start tomorrow. Boundary. I don't do last minute. Give me 24-edge notice. Work scope. A and B fit this week. If C is priority, we'll drop B. Your call. Exit chaos. I don't do back and forth. If you want to resolve, 6 p.m. tomorrow works. Dress and gear. Quiet tells. Fit, logo. Clean, trendy. One signature jacket, one pair of quality shoes maintained weekly, one watch that isn't screaming. Notebook over notes app when you're with people. Presence is persuasive. Conversation, hygiene. Ask better questions than wide. Try, what's the most interesting problem you're solving this week? Or, what are you optimizing for right now? Don't monologue your wins. Share constraints and lessons. Leaders don't flex. They frame. Network gravity. Make at least one intro a week between two people who should know each other. Value created in your orbit returns with interest. Follow up once, clearly. If they fade, you don't chase. You keep building. People remember who respects their time and their own. The one-page dashboard, Sunday, 20 minutes. 3 targets, health, money, craft. 3 habits, daily actions that hit the targets. 3 people you'll uplift, connect this week. 3 no's, what you will refuse. Events, favors, distractions. This page stays visible on your desk. Your week becomes a signal. 7-day status without flex. Sprint. Day 1. Clean sweep. Shoes, car, workspace. Remove visual chaos. Day 2. Sleep lock. Set your 8-hour window. Alarms to wind down, not just wake up. Day 3. Deep work. Put the phone in another room and ship one thing. Day 4. Health. Lift or skill train. Write down exact sets, not reps or minutes. Day 5. Social. Plan one high-quality meet with a precise time-place. Show up 5 minutes early. Day 6. Money. Automate. Pay yourself first. Cancel one subscription you don't need. Day 7. Network. Make one intro. Send one clean thank you note. What to say when they notice the shift, because they will. You seem different. I tightened my routine. Why so serious? I'm focused. Feels good. Come out, it'll be fun. I'm off late nights for a while. Brunch Sunday works. You think you're better? No, just cleaner. This is the paradox. The less you perform, the more they pursue. Seneca's reminder lands here. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Your routine manufactures luck by making you discoverable to the right people at the right standard consistently. Keep your eye on the sequence. Key point 1 made your attention expensive. Key point 2 made your words decisive. Key point 3 makes your life the signal, a quiet broadcast of self-respect. Next up, key point 4 drops the secret mantra. First person to comment, it gets pinned. Stay locked. Build the routine. Let them chase the peace they can feel on you. Key point 4, outcome independence. Choose, don't chase. This is the hinge. Up to now, you've priced your attention. Key point 1, tightened your language. Key point 2, and let your routine do the talking. Key point 3. Now you cut the final chord. Attachment to outcomes. You stop moving to get a reaction. You move because it aligns. When your actions are no longer negotiations for approval, your energy turns from helium to gravity. The leak you haven't plugged yet is subtle. You still overinvest in how they respond. You text clean. You plan clean. You live clean, then you obsess over whether they mirror it. That obsession is chase energy in disguise. Outcome independence kills it. You offer once, you observe, you decide. No pleading, no campaigning, no emotional interest payments on a loan they never asked for. Draw the line. My side versus their side. My side, my intentions, my standards, my effort, my schedule, my exit. Their side, their replies, their timing, their feelings, their choices, their story. Crossing the line is how you lose peace. Epictetus 101. Some things are up to us, and some are not. You're done paying with your nervous system for things that aren't. How outcome independence looks in real life. You express interest once, clearly. If they're slow, inconsistent or non-committal, you don't write a thesis or start a charm offensive. You reduce availability and raise in clarity. I'm free 32, 6 to 8 or sat 11 to 1. If that aligns, lock it in. If they waffle, your outcome is already decided. All good, let's pass this week. No edge, no resentment, just reality. You stop tracking microsignals. They used 3 emojis today, 4 yesterday. That's not data, that's dopamine. Real data is consistency over time. 2 invitations offered, 1 reschedule allowed. After that, you release it. If it's for you, it returns with momentum. If it's not, it's gone. Either way, you win your peace. You retire performance. You don't dial up jokes, favors, or access to win them. You show your actual cadence, thoughtful, present, selective. If they're aligned, they lean in. If they want a circus, they leave. You never wanted to be liked by the wrong audience anyway. You end the soft addiction to closure. Their silence is the closure. Marcus Aurelius. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it. Estimate differently. Silence means not now or not me. Believe it and redirect. Operationalizing it. No fluff, just levers. The 2-offer rule. You make at most 2 clear offers, with times. If they don't lock one, the file closes. You don't reopen it with memes, selfies, or just checking in. Files reopen when they return with clarity. The 90-second reset. Biochemically, emotional waves spike and fade in up to 90 seconds if you stop fueling them. When you feel the urge to double text or over-explain, set a 90-second timer. Breathe 4 in, 6 out. When it dings, ask, what action aligns with my standards? Do only that. Green, yellow, red engagement. Green, consistent effort, clear plans, you match energy. Yellow, hot, cold, vague replies, you throttle access, never chase. Red, disrespect, triangulation, insults, you exit cleanly. One line, not for me, be well. Price of admission, state the minimums to yourself for access. Respect, punctuality, proactive planning, reciprocity. When the price isn't paid, there's no entry. You're not angry, you're unmoved. Scripts you can steal today. When they send mixed signals, I move with clarity. If you want to set something up, choose thu 6, 8 or sat 11 to 1. When they cancel twice, let's leave it here, wishing you the best. When they test with jealousy games, I don't do triangles. If you want to talk directly, I'm available tomorrow at 6. When they return after silence, good to hear from you. If you want to reconnect, propose a time that works in the next week. If they can't, you don't. Detachment drills. 72 hours. Hour 0 to 24. Delete the thread you keep rereading. Archive, mute, or move it. Your brain can't heal while you rehearse. Hour 24 to 48. Replace every urge to check with 1 micro-win, 10 push-ups, 1-page read, or 5 minutes planning. Transmute craving into craft. Hour 48 and 72. 1 clean reach-out, if appropriate, with a specific plan. If no decisive reply, you close it and reinvest in your schedule. Peace is the KPI. What about work, friends, and family? Same principle. Scope creep at work. My bandwidth is full with A and B. I can start C Monday. If C is priority, we'll drop B. Your call. You offer options. You don't absorb chaos. Friend who only invites you last minute? I plan ahead. Give me 24 hours notice and we'll make it happen. If they don't, you go anyway, without them. Family member pushing your buttons. I don't do raised voices. We can talk when it's calm. Then you disengage. You teach people how to treat you by what you walk away from. Why this makes people chase you. Clarity reduces their anxiety, and non-reactivity raises your perceived value. You're not withholding, you're whole. You don't punish, you proceed. That steadiness is rare. Rare is magnetic. Aurelius again. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Strict with your standards, tolerant with their choices. They can choose inconsistency. You can choose distance. Both are valid. Only one preserves your peace. Now the part you've been waiting for. Secret mantra drop. This is the line you'll see in the pinned comment, and the first person to comment it, exact words, gets pinned. I choose. I don't chase. Type it exactly like that in the comments right now. That's your contract with yourself. That's your new baseline. From this moment, your offers are clean, your boundaries are policy, your outcomes are data, not drama. And we keep going. Key point 5 takes this further by engineering your environment so your standards are the path of least resistance. Stay locked. The self-worth era is in session. Pause. Breathe. Look at your life. Your attention is priced, your words are framed, your routine speaks for you, and your peace no longer hinges on their reply. That's not motivation. That's an operating system. From this moment on, you don't audition. You decide. Here's what I want in the next 24 hours. Enforce one boundary you've been avoiding. Ship one deliverable. Gym, work, study. Pick one and complete it. Delete one leak. A thread, a habit, a maybe. Simple, measurable, loud without noise. If this hit, don't let it evaporate into good video. Lock it in. Comment 2 things right now. I'm not alone. I'm becoming. The secret mantra from key point 4. First person who already dropped it gets pinned. Then, tell me the one standard you're enforcing this week. Put it in writing so your future self has a receipt. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications. If you've been with me since the Avoidant X series, respect. You did the hard reflections, now we build the harder habits. This series, Magnetic Energy, the Self-Worth Era, is your blueprint to become the calm center others orbit. No tricks, no games, just policies that protect your power. Share this with one person who needs to stop chasing and start choosing. Save it. Re-watch the drills. Most people binge advice and stay the same. You're not most people. Preview. Next episode is Environment Engineering. We're designing your space, schedule, and defaults so your standards become the path of least resistance. Friction for the leaks, fuel for the life. When your environment aligns with your identity, discipline stops feeling like a fight. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You've got the levers. Use them. Walk back into your day with steady eyes and clean lines. Let them chase the peace they can feel on you. Subscribe. Bell on. Drop your mantra. Enforce your standard. You choose. You don't chase. See you in the next one."